Just setting up, guys. We'll be beginning the AMA shortly. Leeroy's just come out of the Twitter AMA, as some of you are aware. Just give him a moment to put a fresh pair of pants on so we can begin our AMA. So yeah, any of you that have questions, feel free to ask them in the Ask the Artist channel. We'll be going through all of the questions asked in there today. G'day, Richter. How you doing?
Hey, Trav. Hello all. Hello all. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, we got you.
Good, good.
All prepared for the set later.
Oh, God, yeah. Just keep coming in clutch every day.
Yeah. Yeah, just for all you guys, like, Richter's not recording a set and playing it back. It's all live. It's all every set he's planned, like, and spent all of the day planning out.
Like literally
And
finding the songs, downloading the
yeah,
songs, transferring the songs, syncing the songs. It's all done in a day. I flap all day, literally.
it's no easy feat.
All
But
unfamiliar
like,
music.
yeah. Like, if you don't know, like DJing's not easy.
That's why I kind of play it safe.
Prepare a full set in a day, like, mate, I commend you for that.
Thank you. I just love that people enjoy it, you know. I have to keep muting my mic because of the way the speaker's set up in here.
Oh, all good. So what can we expect for tonight's set?
Oi, oi.
Hello.
Sorry.
Hello.
You got your fresh AMA pants on.
Yeah, got my fresh AMA pants on. I haven't eaten all day, and there was some small child just run past my window, and there was no parent, so I had to snatch it and eat it. I'm only joking. Please don't report me. So, welcome to
music.
What's going on, Trav? What you been doing? Keep these people entertained.
Yeah, I've been up about an hour now doing some star jumps.
You done the star jumps?
Yeah, done the star jumps. Been listening to Zach's little AMA with you, or whatever that was.
I think you'll probably find a good a good bit of music to work out for your star jumps. And squat thrust is a bit of Olivia Newton-John. You've probably got a couple of her videos out back in your grandma's garage, but does a good workout.
Yeah, they're there behind the John Farnham records, I think.
Yeah, and the Paul Hogan cassettes.
Yeah.
Everything's in Gran's garage.
Yeah, we've been cleaning it out for these sets.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing in there. It's like a TARDIS. So did we get any questions, Trav, from any of our?
Yeah, we got a few actually.
Hey, awesome.
I'm just looking in the audience. I see a lot of the usual crowd. So we probably no need to go over the usual stuff, but maybe we just give a little elevator pitch about the project, just for the benefit of future listeners.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you're new to us, can you give us a little wave down below? Because, to be fair, I hate the sound of my own voice, especially if it's saying the same thing over and over again.
Yeah. Just raise your hand, like with the little hand button below. I'm not going to pull you up on the stage, but just
give us a little
so wave. We know. Yeah.
Anyway, listen, it's great to have you all in here again. Listen to me waffle. If you know about the MetaBeats project, you know we've got 54 amazing artists delivering one-of-one unique tracks that no one else in the world is going to own, so that's pretty cool. They're coming to you with some amazing artwork, again, unbelievable. You need to see it in 4K on a big screen, to be fair. If you get the chance, even the little sneak peeks and stuff that are out there at the moment, don't look at them. Well, look at them on your phone, but please get a chance, look at them on a big screen, and you would really appreciate the amazing artwork that the people have done, down to the vibration on the drum skins, shadows of the drum skins moving. It's amazing. So yeah, it's that's the kind of NFTs, unique music, unique artwork. And then we want you guys all in here to build this community, get involved and make the project be what it can be. And that involves everyone making a community, having a laugh, bringing something to the table, and growing as a community, like I say.
Yeah, definitely. So there is one sneak peek on our sneak peek channel in the official category. It is quite compressed. I don't know how big the original files will be, but yeah, it is just to give you an idea of what the NFT will look and sound like. And the first one I've dropped in there is the MetaBeats theme tune. So that one's basically an example of an NFT, right? Not a mintable part of the collection. Is that right, Leeroy?
Yeah, that's just kind of like a theme tune with the sort of MetaBeats logo behind it, without an artist logo. Each artist track's got their logo, and it's got an individual background or avatar, so everyone's unique. But yeah, they're just like the theme tune of MetaBeats, just catchy to give people a little glimpse of what's coming. So yeah, there's a lot more to come. I suppose in here it's pretty compressed. I suppose it'll be compressed on Facebook and all these platforms. They do tend to squash a lot of the stuff, but
yeah,
trust me, they're amazing. They blow my mind. And I even had someone here earlier who has a lot to do with the art department, who's only ever seen them on their phone, and he was just blown away as well. He's going, Christ, I can't believe, I've been organising these avatars and stuff with you for 6 months, and I've only ever really sort of checked them out on my phone, because he didn't have to go into detail. So I've just showed him on a big screen, and it's just blown him away. So I know it's going to do the same for you guys.
Yeah, I'm sure. And I'm really looking forward to seeing some of those beats, rather hearing them actually. Like even that MetaBeats theme tune stuck in my head. I love that. I
Yeah, I'm
love
going
that
to say the
chord
same thing.
progression.
The
Sorry,
synth
Rick.
and that drop is sick in that sneak peek with the DJ.
Yeah, man, that's the whole thing. This is kind of, you're trying to make something recognisable.
Yeah,
It's a brand, it's a logo, it's a logo you listen to. This is why these NFTs could be appealing to people, because if they've got a company and they need a theme tune to brand it, they get the IP rights to, excuse me, to do that. So it's,
I hear it.
cool.
I hear it and it leaves me longing for more. Like, want to know what the rest sounds like. Frustrating. But that's its impact. It's really impactful, isn't it?
Oh, don't. It's this is one of my little problems. It's kind of, how do I let all the artists hear everyone's music? There's 1,000 tracks, I can't exactly load 1,000 tracks up on a SoundCloud page one at a time, so everyone can hear them and see all the videos. It's kind of a strange thing, There's a lot of people who have entrusted their sound to me and everything, and I'm putting them on avatars and artwork, and are they ever? They're not going to own them. They're going to see them, but only kind of through me. It's a weird thing. It's new to a lot of us. This whole process,
Exciting space to be.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. Seeing them all on OpenSea post mint, and going through them all and listening to those beats one by one. Like,
That's going to be
yeah,
interesting.
I'm really looking forward to seeing what's been created.
I mean, I don't know how many people in the space tonight here are collectors of NFTs and that, but like I say, we all have our different reasons for collecting what we do and stuff. And yeah, I'm all over a lot of different monkeys. I haven't got a bored ape or anything quite that bad. I've got an ox apes, which I really love, the whole community vibe and everything of that. But my point is, it doesn't really matter what it is. It's funny how you get attached to them. If you mint a couple of something, it's like I'm sure I'm into them ones really. I might mint another one or look at secondary, and after a day or two, it's like, yeah, actually, I quite like that one. Oh yeah, man, I think I need another hip hop gold, man. I need a gold chain with a gold jacket. I need another one of them. Then I can get a collection, and then I can, make this 3-piece hip hop band. Like I was doing this with the Fat Apes, and it was like, what was it? Not Niggers with Attitude. It was Fatties with Attitude. Straight out of Subway, with the new single "Eat the Police." It's kind of, but you kind of get attached to these things, and
oh, you do, man. You really do.
In our situation, you've got a DJ avatar, you've got a drummer avatar, and you've got a keyboard avatar. So straight away, there's this, oh man, I need one of each of them to make my collection. Then it's like, oh, well, now I need all of that artist or another one of that artist because his music suits my gaming or my lifestyle. All them little reasons that you kind of convince yourself to collect more than what you need or more than one will happen with this. When people really, really get exposed to it, it's not kind of the same way as normal where you go for it because of certain traits and stuff. But, people identify with music and a certain sound. It's been happening as long as the two things have existed, life and music together, So this is going to maybe hit a little bit after its release for the kind of reasons to really, really want to collect it. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Oh yeah, for sure. Like, if you mint something that really resonates, like, that's going to be your theme tune, man. You're not going to give it up easy. Like, you know, I didn't think I was going to be hanging on to my profile picture as long as I did, but I identify with it now, and you know, I can't
I was
sell it.
going to have a word with you about that, actually.
Yeah, you'd be weird if you didn't look like that.
And yeah, like also to like expand on that, like people are using the NFTs, you know, for major branding stuff. I've got a buddy who owns a Bored Ape is gonna use that ape as his like as a brand for his company. He's gonna partner with a beer company.
Yeah, I've seen a
And you
few.
know his ape is gonna be on beer cans. Like,
Yeah, I've seen a
you
few.
know, you're gonna have MetaBeats. The owner's gonna be like, you see that Jim's mowing ad? You hear that beat? That's my beat. Like, you
Yeah,
know, it's
yeah,
kind of stuff like that.
yeah. And I like the idea of, like I say, if you're a gamer and you can use them as your personalised music. You know, some of the people, the artists, are actually gamers, and you know they would deliver me tracks with no beats, that are just string sections, like score music, because they spend a lot of time flying around in space in their gaming world. So that was, to me, was like, oh man, this is it. There's no boundaries to there's no fashion. It's got to sound like this. You're writing this for a place that doesn't exist in some aspects. You know, this metaverse, or all the little individual metaverses, however you want to call it, it's still gaming. It's still virtual, and you know, people still want emotions when they're in that place that suit them, and that, along with the vanity and everything else that comes along with it, showing off the uniqueness of it, whatever your buzz is, strutting around with a tune that makes you look good, like Shaft or something, because no one else has got it. Whatever your buzz is, you know, music can connect with that.
Yeah,
So the amount
100%.
of YouTubers and live streamers that this would benefit is crazy, really. That alone.
Yeah, I think it kind of, I don't know, so it's a longer, this has gone on from the idea to making it all happen. You know, my belief in it is just got stronger and stronger of how amazing it is. And for sure, I've heard all the music, so I can say that a lot more than all of you guys. But I've got music from my heroes sitting on my hard drive that is going to be yours. And you know, I used to follow these people around to gigs. Some of these people wrote music, remix for the Prodigy. A lot of them come on tour with me. You know, they're my mates, and yet still I idolise them for what they do, for the gift of sharing their music with me, the way it's made me feel. You know, so to have them on board and to be able to share them with you, I don't care if anyone's heard of them or not. You know, it's about, my God, that music moves me. You know, you move me when you perform. You give when you perform. You give to the people who support you. You know, and to me, that's what it's always been about. So although it's my project, I'm so in the same position as a lot of the people, you know, learning about the project. You know, will I buy into it? Christ, you know, if this weren't my idea, I'd be like, man, how am I going to get them? How am I going to get that? I'm them, you know.
Yeah.
So that's a kind of pretty cool way to feel about something that's kind of your idea, if you know what I mean.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So I think we'll get into the questions,
Yeah, do it.
but I did have one for you from myself. I was just thinking of the you know, the producers and beat makers that could be potentially buying a MetaBeats NFT. I guess it's up to the creator of the NFT as to whether they release it, but like, would it be possible for, you know, the owner of the NFT to get the session file for the beat that they've purchased?
See
You know,
again.
and with that, could they then expand, you know, the 60-second loop out into a full song, slap their name on it, you know, feature the original creator, that kind of vibe.
Yeah. There's so many utilities. That's exactly a thing that I've definitely had one or two artists mention that. We're putting our brains together to say, right, what can we offer people as utilities? There's 54 of us, so things are filtering in, and we've got lots of ideas. But suddenly someone will come into the group or the conversation, and it's like, man, and that's a perfect example. You can give away the stems to one of your NFTs, as like your Willy Wonka golden ticket, if you will, or the samples, the drum sounds from it, and it's like I know I keep saying it, but all the ideas, what you've just said, it's not like, oh, can we make a game where we fly through space and go into asteroids and fly through them in the holes in the middle and land on them and back out and get on the ship? And it's like, well, we probably can, but I'm going to probably need a couple of million guys from Hollywood to do the CGI. And, it's like, dude, I could send you the stems from one of them NFTs in 5 minutes. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm not trying to devalue anything.
Yeah, definitely.
It's just kind of, look, it's just so doable. It's not even, there's no bullshit involved. It's like, man, we can do that. If you're involved in music, or you don't have to be involved in music. If you know anything about structuring music or structuring Adobe Photoshop and layers of stuff and how things are put together in layers, then you obviously understand you can take them apart again. So it's exciting, and this is one of the beautiful things that the other artists are all bringing to it, because I know we've got guys who do DJ sets, Mickey Finn and L Double, and they do virtual DJ sets through the headset. So, man, I've got people that do stuff I've got no idea how to do. And they're like, yeah, man, we could do this, we could do live gigs, we can add a DJ lesson, teaching someone to do a virtual DJ gig. You can do DJ gigs with them in their pod or in their house, back to back. So the technology and the ideas of 54 people, this isn't just me sort of sitting here trying to take credit. This whole thing is going to be a team effort. There'll be ideas from people who buy into the project that will be valuable. The idea of doing a studio session with an artist and on Zoom or something, and that music session being an NFT and getting added to the collection, and the person creating it with the artist gets royalties from it. All them things are just so easy to do. It's nothing that isn't attractive to get people involved and teach people, learn people, share with people.
Yeah, I mean, like, the music industry is a collaborative space more than a lot. Like, there's definitely avenues that people can take this down that we haven't thought of, and opens up a lot of opportunities for holders.
Yeah, for sure. And I think, like I say, it's so hard to think of the order that we're going to do these. I'm trying to focus one step at a time and delivering the quality, first and foremost, of the music and the NFT that people are going to be looking at. Hearing has got to be right before I let people hear it. Then there's so many platforms. It's very hard because the musical platform doesn't normally take in, or musicians don't normally take in Twitter as a serious platform. Not many of us. More Facebook and Instagram. So a lot of us are trying to transition to that because that's more of an NFT space. But it's a whole new thing for us, and I think it's going to take a little bit of time. But I want this place, Discord, to be the hub for everything, to be honest with you, because we can have live DJ sessions. I want to have artists in here discussing things. We've got an AMA again tomorrow. We've got Jason Laidback coming in to chat. Jason was in a band with Keith called Clever Brains Frying back in the day, a long time ago. So he's really interesting, amazing producer. He's does music under a few different names on lots of labels. So it's things like that, and a lot of the artists are really close friends of mine, and you'll hear that when we have the chats with Mickey the other night and some of the other artists. It's you guys aren't there. The banter, you might not get it all, but this is what I want it to be. I want it to be this place that you kind of want to check into to see what's going on, who's releasing music, and who's chatting tonight. Has anyone just randomly decided they're spinning some music? Can they plug in and go? I want it to be this place to be entertainment for everyone who's involved in it, whether own one or not.
Yeah, definitely. So Jason Laidback tomorrow.
Yeah, we've got Jason.
Yeah. So anyone listening that would like to ask a question for Jason Laidback, feel free to chuck it in the Ask the Artist channel, and we'll address that when we get to it. So why don't we start with some of the questions that we've had from our community so far?
Do it.
I'm gonna start you off with a weird one. This was from Rhiannon. What pets do you have, and what are their names? Do you always change songs so they have your pets' names in them?
I don't like animals, I'm sorry.
Not a pet guy?
Nah, I'm not. The only pets...
It's hard when you're a touring artist, to have the responsibility of a pet.
No, I'm just don't like animals. You don't touch me, I don't touch you. I remember when I was in Australia, mates took us out a bit of wine tasting and then down to go on, take a picture of the kangaroo. Nah. Go on, take a picture of the kangaroo. Nah. Like, go on, come all the way to Australia. So I'm like about 2 meters away. Go on then. No, get closer. Listen, just take the fucking picture, yeah? I don't need to get closer to it. They might not like me. I meet people in life that I'd like to knock out as soon as I open their mouth. I said, but I'm civilised and I don't. That's an animal. It might not like my smell. It might just, roar into me with its teeth and claws and stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of not really an animal guy. I like koi carp because I can sit by the pond, have a doobie, chill out, watch them, and it's relaxing. So they're the only pets.
Oh yeah, have you got a koi pond at home?
Not now. I used to have one, and every year, because it's a perfect time now for them to start spawning. Every year, me and my mate would be out there trying to separate the eggs after they lay the eggs, and I think my best year I got about 11 babies. The others didn't eat them, all the parents and that. And then one year I went away, I missed it, and I had about 500 to 1,000 of them. Oh man, couldn't get rid of them.
Jeez, that would have been a payday, man. Koi are quite a valuable.
No, you can't
fish,
sell them. You can't sell them unless you've got a license, or oh no, you can't put that in my pond. It might have a disease or something. So yeah, that's about as much animal as I do, really.
Yeah.
Sorry.
All good. She had a second question, which appears to be a series of questions.
All good.
What do you do when a sound is in your head? Do you have to hear it to get it out of there? Do you have to do another thing to clear the sound from your brain? How do you relieve that feeling when something is stuck in your head? So I guess the question is, how do you get it out of your head and into the world? Like, what's your process? Do you wake up in the middle of the night and go, shit, I gotta go get down to the studio and get this chord progression down? Like, what?
No,
what's the process?
I used to, when I was writing lyrics more, I used to always have a pen and paper around, and always next to the bed as well, because that was the one you get in bed and there's a couple of lyrics, especially studio all day or something, and as soon as you get in bed, that lyric you want to come. So I used to have a pen and paper and that, and obviously do it on your phone, messages and stuff like that. Sounds a bit harder because I'm not really a synthesizer. I've tried, but it's pretty hard to make synthesizer sounds, so I kind of don't have too much problem with that, getting sounds out. But it's the same, I think, like when you've got a crap song that you don't like and it's stuck in your head, trying to get rid of it. You know, you sing them walking around forever. That's the art of music, though. That's what that person's trying to do by doing that, is making it lock in your head. So yeah, it's a tricky one. If you're in a studio, you know, if you're not in a studio, it's pretty hard to kind of quickly create the sounds. But lyric-wise, do the good old-fashioned way, pen and paper or something. That's quite easy to accommodate, you know.
Yeah, inspiration never comes at a convenient time. I've had that story told to me by many creatives. You know, just trying to get to bed after a long day, and then it's like, oh, not now. I got to get up now and put that idea down. Like,
yeah, I'm not quite like that, you know. But there's been plenty of ideas. If it was that good, it'll come again. but no,
oh man, I had an amazing question in my head an hour ago. I was like, oh, definitely got to ask Leeroy that. That's a good one. I didn't write it down. It's gone forever.
Oh,
Are you the same, like, as you've got to have a physical notepad there as well? Like, you can't use notepad on your phone. It's just not the same. You've got to write it down.
yeah, shorthand so you can't read it the next day when you look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a question here from Dana says, our Queen moderator Dana says, how did you transition from your day job to being a full-time musician?
Jesus.
Did you have a day job, Leeroy? What was your day job?
I used to be a male gigolo. No, I was actually an electrician. So yeah, I was an electrician, and I remember
Sparky.
Yeah, sparks. So I didn't need a ladder. It was really, really handy to have around. But no, that's what I'd done up until, well, even when we started the band, I was still doing it. I remember I was working at Stansted Airport in England, obviously. And they were like, yeah, okay, we've done this stage of the work. We've got to leave site for 2 or 3 months. Excuse me. We've got to leave site for 2 or 3 months and then come back for the second fixing thing. So I remember at the time I left work and I went to sign on at the government thing. So yeah, man, I just had a few months chilling and went and signed on for the government thing. And then after about 4 weeks, I remember Charlie come out and it went to number 3 in the charts. I thought, and they were going to put the video on top of the pops, and I was like, oh man, I better sign off today. And one of the girls who worked in the dole office or whatever it was, it used to be at my school, and I was in there. So yeah, all right, yeah, I need to sign. Oh yeah, well you got a job? No, you don't. No, that's all right. I need to sign off on TV later. Oh right, okay. But yeah, and then I left all my tools at Stansted Airport in the security box up there because we were meant to be going back up there. So someone somewhere has got all my tools and stuff and my drills and stuff that got left there. But that's
you want them back.
Yeah, I want them back. They're 30 years old, like hand drill and stuff, and a hammer and flint, kind of these Flintstones.
It's your good wire stripping rock.
Oh man, yeah, I was good, man. Trust me.
That's crazy.
So it seems like it was a pretty easy transition for you. What do you say to those who who are afraid of, the financial uncertainty of entering the music scene as a full-time job.
You're right. That's all I can say. What can I say?
Yeah.
Listen, unless you can do a live show and build up a following, doing live gigs, that way you can earn a living, I suppose, if you can get enough gigs. But releasing music outside of what we're talking about today and stuff like that, I've given up. Honest to God, right? This year, I said to myself, right, I'm going to write one more album with my niece, who's just an amazing vocalist, and I'm going to do it more so to help her out than I am for me. I'm done with it. I'm absolutely done with it. I'd rather spend the time looking after myself health-wise. I don't make any money out of writing music, and I won't put it on Bandcamp. Bandcamp I will, but I won't put it on Spotify or iTunes or like that. It's against my principles of why I do it. You can call me, cutting your own throat or whatever, but no, because if you're paying monthly for iTunes, you're not even buying my music, you're renting. And then when you stop using iTunes, it disappears out of your folder. So you're not really supporting me, you're supporting iTunes. Do you understand what I mean? And, buy it once and give me the money. I don't need 0.0000 blade of grass once every 6 months. I'd rather just don't insult me, man. Don't insult me. I'd rather not do this. I'd rather give it to people. I'd rather have 200 loyal fans that buy my music and appreciate me for what my value, for what it is. Do that than try and conquer the world with people that are just exploiting me.
Yeah, nobody's waiting for their Spotify check in the mail unless, I'm sure Justin Bieber or something like that are the only ones that are getting something worth shaking a stick at. But in terms of their total revenue, it's a tiny percentage.
But didn't Lady Gaga get a couple of $2,000 or something for 1 million streams or something like that? It's just an insult. Really is. And allegedly, I don't know, but saying that they're in companies that make weapons. Me buying music, I don't want it to have anything to do with anyone and weapons and war and hurting people. That was apparent. That was what people were claiming. I'm not saying it's true. Allegedly, as they say, but fucking hell, man, don't be taking people's money and putting it into shit that hurts people.
Yeah, definitely.
Like that. Travis is like as mellow as a cello. It is early for him, people, so we do try and give him a little.
I'm a listener,
Yeah. We try to get him with a cow prod, but it still don't work. He's just got that Aussie mentality, man.
Yeah, we're chill.
Less is more.
Yeah, definitely. You can say a lot more with fewer words. Heather asks, how do you see artists, producers leveraging NFT tech to create even more opportunities for both creators and collectors? We've seen some interesting utility out there, like offering VIP access to events, production classes, lessons, etc. But do you have any thoughts on utilities that don't rely so much on artist creators doing even more work?
Again, it's I think the opportunity of the utility almost as well is within the holder. I'm pretty sure if someone throws me 10 minutes, I work out a little way of how you could possibly use an NFT to exploit it somehow. But it's kind of you're giving me a bit of music that's mine. make a new music out of it. I'm going to make a brand out of it. I'm going to put it in my movie as the trailer. It's kind of, it's not, when someone's giving you something, I'm giving you a box of matches, go and start some fires. You understand what I'm saying? It's kind of the utility is almost how you see what I can do with what I own. To a certain
Yeah, I mean, you can light anything on fire.
Easy, son.
You know,
Sorry, I didn't realise you were.
are your matches?
Maybe not a good analogy of that. But you know what I'm saying? It's like if utilities, tickets. I'm not trying to piss on anyone's bonfire, but merchandise is a standard practice in or out of Web3. You know, so you're not rocking anyone's world with anything new. So that's standard practice in my eyes. But yeah, not even just a production thing. But if you don't write music, a production course is useless to you. But if you're interested in music and you like music and you can take someone's hand theoretically, paint a picture for you, like, right, what sort of beat do you like? Do you like the 4/4 basic beat that every man on the planet can understand, including chimpanzees? Or do you want something with a few snares and a few break beats with a bit of like rhythm and stuff in it, And you can paint that picture for someone with your hands and tools. Do you like the sound of that? Yeah? Okay, right. Do you prefer techno? Do you prefer drum and bass? We'll sculpture a track for you, and then we're going to make that into an NFT for you. That's a bit different. Come on, you can't tell me that's the same as having a production lesson, because it's kind of giving someone, a chance to fulfill something they can't actually do but would like to do and can visualize. So I think let's not kid anyone. There's basic utilities that you expect to come with project. VIP tickets to someone's gig aren't necessarily a buzz if you live around the other side of the world. Maybe a chance to win a ticket, a flight and a hotel and a ticket to a gig is a bit more of a buzz, a bit more of an incentive to own one. That's how I think. I don't kind of think necessarily about stuff that's already what I see as basic. And this is where all the other artists, because we're all creative people, they're amazing. Mickey Finn does artwork. There's artwork. I can't even talk about these things, but there's stuff that can relate to these projects outside of it that all the artists do, other people do, that aren't just music. We've been creating stuff for 35 years. That's how we live. That's how we talk to each other. Oh man, I've got this idea, I've got that. So we got, like I say, we're just scratching the surface of what some of the artists can bring to this. We've got record labels, that if you've got the utility, right, a chance to get, if your music's up to it, and like I say, they're not something that are particularly new, but they're all doable. And I just think they kind of going to write themselves when enough people are saying, oh man, I've the opportunity to work with so-and-so, or understand or see a visual tutorial on how someone does their beats. I think it's going to be a thing where people can dictate some of the things that come along and how we deliver them,
Yeah. Cool. Another one from Dana. She asks, how do you think Web3 impacted the music industry and business model? Do you think Web3 has made an impact yet? Or what do you think the impact will be?
Man, there's a lot of people walking around with question marks floating around their heads. I haven't got a crystal ball. I can only tell you how I see what we're doing, and that's like to be part of something, own something totally unique. I'm not interested in trying to fleece people. I'm interested in excitement, in feeling part of something, things like that. I think this is why even trying to think like that makes my brain hurt, because you can never compete. You got to understand, we can't compete with them people outside of the world. You know, in the real world, it's kind of they will buy up something if it's good or suppress it. That's why the likes of Vital Elements, Mickey Finn, the Freestylers, some of the artists, Finger Licking Records, some of the labels here have been going for so long. They're independent and they don't drive Rolls Royces. They don't smoke cigars and live in big houses, call themselves record executives and all this sort of stuff, because they're out there DJing. They're doing the hard work. That's their buzz. It's their passion. And I don't need to sell 1 billion records, you know, and dance up on the turntables and go out in the crowd in a dinghy or something for half an hour. I'm there to perform and deliver you and make you dance. It's not about me, it's about you, you know. And this is what we've got in here. Not everyone. There's younger people and they'll have different approaches to how they do music and how they got into it. But, you know, in general, the people here, we're not trying to compete. We've always stood away from these big corporations, how they work, because, you know, they don't really treat people. You got the music industry was destroyed by the internet to start with, you know, and realistically, maybe I'm just old, but as far as I'm concerned, from the end of the 90s, you'd get one or two really cool acts. 20. MTV got shit. Every festival around Europe was bands, Prod, the Chili Peppers, Coldplay, Foo Fighters, you know, Green Day, all the ones from the 90s. You know, you got the odd bands that come along, but it's the same thing. X Factor, you know, Christ, all that dribble. You know, listen, right? No, but it's what people don't understand is what them people do to people is so bad, right? They humiliate them people online. You know, trying to perform when they can't sing. They exploit humans, right? They exploit people and laugh at them on national TV,
terrible,
right? Now, the damage that does to someone. I know people from these boy bands and girl bands from the 90s. I'd never heard of them. But one of them lived with one of my mates. And they're like, oh, yeah, you got a gig this weekend? Yeah. Man, JFK Stadium in Washington. Oh, we're doing Butlins. Can't wait to see you next week and see how your gig was. You know, and bless them. They're on £300 a month or a week or something. They're doing Butlins, miming, right? And they're there for like 3 or 4 weeks until these Simon Cowells and that decide to fucking dump them. You know, and then they can't go out in their hometown with beaten up and they feel like stuff. Yeah, that's the music business, man. Use and abuse. That's what the music business is. Yeah, They ain't found a way to do that in here yet. They're working on it. Trust me, they're working on it. But fuck them.
Oh, yeah, for sure, man.
Ain't nothing to do with them. They ain't going to be Web3. They're just trying to destroy it like they do everything.
Oh, they're dinosaurs. The industry is they're dinosaurs. They didn't know how to handle the internet, and they lost the battle on that one. And you know, they come rushing in with lawsuits and implement you know, their own ways to monetize things, but yeah, I think they're going to be late to catch on to NFTs too.
Listen, that's history, man. It's a change. It's a change that we want it to be, you know, because you'll get people who are lazy and they want to go to Spotify and play monthly. Done, you know. I don't care about support. I care if the sound's compressed and sounds shit. I don't care. It's easy. We're lazy motherfuckers, you know, and
it's true.
Well, we're not necessarily appreciative of what people do. You know, I remember Jamie Oliver, the chef, wrote a book the day before it's released. Someone at the publishing house puts it on the internet. Now that guy's travelled the world fucking for 2 years writing that book. Nobody gives a shit about people who create anymore. What the value of what their time is or nothing. Everything's disposable. We've become a disposable, materialistic planet of, you know, who gives a shit as long as I can have it. I don't care, you know. And that's how things are. COVID made a bit of a difference to that because you couldn't extend out of a certain area. You know, you couldn't socialise, you couldn't go out and sniff loads of shit every single weekend. You appreciated your money, you didn't have to keep buying clothes all the bloody time to try and impress other people. And people got a bit more grounded, and the community thing of, right, well, I need something, well, I can only look 2 or 3 mile radius to get what I need. So it suddenly went small and cool again, and communities and people thinking about each other. And I know fucking Mrs. James across the road is all right, and, you know, a bit of care and stuff. And that kind of come back into life on a scale. And it's up to people like us in these little communities within this massive space to stick together, help each other, and keep an eye out for each other. You know, a thriving community is because everyone makes an effort to look out for each other.
Yeah, definitely.
Sorry.
I was just looking at my ping, wondering if I was had the robot voice, you know. But
how cool is that, right? Guys, Trav's a sound designer and that as well, right? I reckon, because it's like he has to get up at 5:30 to do this shit. I reckon he's got a button and he's trained his cat that as soon as there's a silence of me talking for 5 seconds, hit that button. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. I just got a soundboard, man.
It's quality.
Sitting there reading a book, tapping the button every so often.
I never thought of that before.
Oh man, it's awesome.
You got me thinking now.
All right. Where are we at? Oh, but did you see that Spotify is trialing artist NFT collections on their platform? So you could be looking at Steve Aoki's Spotify, and you'll see his whatever NFT that he's got, and follow that through to OpenSea. Did you know about that, Leeroy?
I'd rather watch a dog curl one out and drag itself across the grass and OpenSea or Spotify or whatever it's called. I don't have nothing to do with none of that stuff, man. It's nothing to do with my life whatsoever. Some of my music's on there because it's on records. I've got music on there, that I own every right to, and they won't tell me who's putting it on there and taking the money. It's like, but you've got underneath my album that you won't tell me, you've got a picture of me on that's written, that's credited to me, that you won't tell me who's selling it. Underneath it on your Spotify page, music that's similar to this. You've got a link to my other page. That's what you have to deal with, man. I spent 5 years trying to find out who's selling my music, distributing it, and getting the money for the last 20 since I released it in 2000. Fuck that, man. If it means that much to you to fucking steal off me, bars, man, go do it. Go do it. Have a fucking nice meal on me, man. Be happy. Good luck to you. Karma, mate. It'll come back to you. And it'll come back to me in a different way.
Definitely don't want to see Steve Aoki's NFT collection either.
Listen, you can already see they're trying to jump on something they don't understand as well. I mean, Liverpool Football Club done it. Yeah, like in England, they're a big soccer team. If you're American, and halfway through, I saw they read online that they were doing it. A week or 2 weeks later, on their game, all the advertising boards were going, Liverpool NFT. People around there probably think it's a new superstore or something where you buy hardware from. It's not registering with people. Yeah, it really isn't, especially Europe and stuff like that. This is why this space, I want it to have time so everyone who comes in it understands what we're doing and understands what they're getting involved with, be it experience that they take off and use for themselves. You know, it's about that to me. It is about, you know, everyone being able to take something from this platform and use it. And you know, we set up the pages for the wallets, helping each other, protect each other. But I want everything's transparent on the blockchain. You know, you can see every transaction and stuff like that. So it's just, what is the point in trying to hide anything anywhere along the journey of it? You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
I knew you'd say that when I had a drink.
Just hope you didn't spit. Yeah, no. We'll get. So yeah, back to the question. So we're coming up on the hour mark. I want to get all these questions answered. As a coffee shop cat has asked, what was the music that really drove you to become a musician? Like, is it? He's curious about your inspiration about, you know, becoming a musician, so to speak.
I don't think it kind of just happened by accident. So I always wanted to be a footballer, do sport. That was what I was the best at. And then I suppose when I was 15, 16, I was always into music. My sisters were punk, so from 10 I was listening to punk music from Lou Reed, the Slits, all this underground stuff. So I've always been into kind of cool underground music, be it from 11 into break dancing, electro and stuff like, and mod music, northern soul. That was a beautiful thing about England, the scene, the music scenes, the trends, you know, from punk to skinhead to ska. There was always some cool music scenes for people to adapt to, you know. So I was always into that sort of, then the hip hop and sort of rare groove funk stuff that you went out and danced to. From the age of 11, I was going out to house parties or dancing. That was the music I was into. And yeah, then DJing at 15, 16 in hip hop and funk, really. And yeah, just rocking out. Prod was just, I don't know, not a matter of the right place, right time. Liam's music is and was, whatever you want to call it, is just pure genius. Made you trigger something that didn't hear before, an aggression, expression, and yeah. So it was more being part of that and the live show that really got me into producing music. And to be honest, even that I struggled. Always been able to knock out a kick-ass beat, but you know I was never musically trained. This is another thing that is, I don't know, you don't realise it until later on in times and stuff. The amount of times you kind of paying producers and paying people to do music and do these things for you and stuff like that. Whereas now you kind of got the internet and it's like, oh man, I want to do a key change. Yeah, how do I do a key change? So you just type in YouTube, I want to go from F, works with F, you know, and you can do all this sort of stuff. And back then, before all the internet and stuff, people didn't tell you that shit. And a lot of the people, it's like, they wouldn't say to you, okay, if you want to write music, go on there, print that sheet out, look at that scale, them notes there, you play any of them, it'll all work. Off you go. All right? They don't say to you, do something on your own and you'll get a result that will inspire you to keep going. You know, there's just so many just little things. Man, 20 years ago, I'm not bitter about it. I might sound it, but it's kind of, man, people don't help each other. they sit by and watch people do things when they know that, man, if I said that to him, I could take fucking 2 years of his learning life, of his production, of learning that, you know. If he just fucking uses that 80 hertz, it'll hit just a bit more than, you know, these little tricks and things that people, they're not giving you their sound, because each person's ears and brain works in a different way, so it's kind of unique. But yeah, man, it got the same with everything in life. It's like people stopping you progressing because they didn't want to share, you know, and that's all available now. It's all available here to do whatever you want. So my music journey was DJing, dancing, and then the fact that I wanted to learn once the equipment and technology was there. Definitely.
Hey, you stealing my line?
No, it's all about the delivery.
Yeah. So I think, like, you know, it's kind of like moving to like France, and you know, you have to start speaking French. I guess you know, playing music, but you know, before the internet was like you learned music by playing with musicians, right? So is that how you got your chops up? I mean, you were playing keys with Prod for a while, right?
Yeah, but that weren't. I can't play music like that. That was more like arranging sample patterns and dropping loops and
Yeah,
creating the live tunes. You make them up as you go along with all, you know. So you're controlling the beat, bring the bass line in, bring the strings in, stop it on, all kind of live key action, really. Yeah, I'm not really a Liberace, Elton John kind of guy.
I mean, you don't have to be to make beautiful music, though.
I wouldn't call it my music beautiful, but I'll give it a go. No, I'm solid with me. Oh, I'm happy. I'm really happy. At the end of the day, it gets to a point, it got to a point for me where I don't question it. When I finish a song, or even writing it, question it. Yeah, I'm going to finish it because it's good enough. No, I got stuck on it for too long. Some parts are good, but scrap it. It's not up to your standard. And I think that's when it's all clicked for you. A creative person, I think, when you can be honest with yourself. I mean, I've got a few friends that I swear by. You know, can I borrow your ears? And if they say it sounds shit, it's shit. And if they say it's sounding rocking, it's, you know, we all need 2 or 3 real, honest mates who are critics, and you can't be offended by that. You know, you got to understand if one fails or gets little parts of something, and comes from practice, advice, to move forward. You know, anyone who thinks they knows everything, don't listen to people. You know, might have been on the planet 20, 30, worked in studios for 20 years and 10 minutes, you know, but they still know better than you. There's a few too many people like that, and they wind their neck in. Stop being a goose, mate, as you say. So yeah, you know, but such is life. Just fucking be honest with yourself. Respect yourself, man. Don't lie to yourself. You know when something's ready.
For sure.
This is going to be a situation that
a
little bit of silence between, but when you know, I'll shut up and you've got to say something.
Yeah, it's all automated, man.
I think you need to get some samples and that sort of thing. You know,
yeah.
Or why don't you? What's that fucking? You need to get one of them bird galah. Is it the galah? Is that the one that makes stuff, whatever it is in the background?
like a parrot or something that talks back.
No, there's that Aussie bird that It literally can copy any noise. It's a galah, I'm sure it is.
Either a galah or a cockatoo.
Now a cockatoo's like a parrot. This thing, like, it stand there and then it start making the sound of chainsaw chopping down the rainforest from.
Yeah, the imitator.
Yeah. The imitator. Is that what you got? Is that what you call it? The imitator.
No, let's just call it the imitator.
That sounds
a movie on that.
scary movie. The Intimidator.
Yeah, definitely.
There can be only one. The Imitator.
All right, man. We got down to our last question here. It's from D-Base. He asks about the Mel Shapcott partnership. Can you
The which one?
explain anything about the Mel Shapcott partnership?
No, I can't yet.
All big.
Honestly, I
no
can't.
Details to share yet.
Not from me. Not from my end. Like I say,
what's he talking about anyway?
No, it's a whole team event, and there is someone working on partnerships. I have spoke to some of the guys with the partnerships and collabs, but yeah, there's only one of me and only 20 days, so I can take as much information as I can. But it was something I, of course, will look into. I'm trying to learn and have a touch in every single aspect of it. So it's not my department to say, but if the team are recommending it and they're obviously cool people first and foremost. So I look forward to touching both, finding out a bit about it, D-Base, and then for sure we'll have another chat, more info.
Watch this space.
Yeah.
Michael touches on a little bit of trauma for us here. He's asking if we'll have you on for a live DJ set at some point. We're gonna have to go to Richter's place to make that happen, by the sounds of things.
Yeah, we're gonna have to go to his house. Honestly, Michael, I've been trying. We've had 5 computers. Giuseppe Joe, who's here and listening as well, he builds my studios for me. There's nothing he don't know about sending a signal down a cable, basically. And we've had 5 rigged up to Technics, to Pioneers, and we cannot get it to come out of Discord without going. So we're working on it as much as we can. I've got Trav trying to do some underground investigative work to work out a way to do it, because it's like I get the urge sometimes, oh man, I'll just go into the warehouse or to banter. So I'm having a spin, if you want to listen, go in the warehouse. And I'm sure there's a lot of the other things. They've got some promos or gig weekend, want to go through some tunes for an hour, and they'll just plug in. So, again, I'm not an expert, but it doesn't seem like Discord is really set up for accepting input of signals. Richter does it, but I think he kind of is not bringing a signal from an external source. It's kind of the music's inside his computer, controls it, music into the computer, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Are you gonna be ready to jump on straight after this, Richter?
Yeah, we can go.
Yeah, so I mean the live DJ events, so they are going to happen. We're just figuring out on the best way to deliver those. It's looking like we could be setting up a MetaBeats Twitch account to host things there, which will then stream into the server. Like we did something similar with L Double's set the other day. He came in and said that he was going live on Twitch. I screen shared it into the server and, had a few people watching here, and as well as his audience over there. So yeah, that's certainly a possibility. But if we can figure out how to get it into the warehouse and do it all native on the Discord, we'll definitely do it that way. If anyone's had success doing it other than Richter, we'd love to hear how you got that done, because yeah, like Leeroy said, we've there's been a team of boffins on the case and we haven't been able to crack it yet.
Yeah, so if anyone does know, please let us. Yeah, we want that so bad, because I'm not saying a radio show. I said I want hub to hear what 54 artists get up to and what they do, and that does mean DJing, giving you a little taster. And there must be loads of people out there who DJ and would mind having a little spin themselves. You know, so that's something I'd like to bring into here, to give some people, other people, a chance to DJ who don't play out regular, or, you know. So yeah, that's a priority. It has to be here. I haven't figured out how to do it yet.
I'm going to say, as soon as you work it out as well, just hang on a little bit, wait for me to get like fully booked out, and then tell everybody else how to do it.
Yeah.
Give me a minute.
It's so frustrating. It really. But we'll crack it. We'll get a technique.
We will. But yeah, that's it for all of the questions from the audience today, and we're kind of just bumped over the hour mark. So what we might do now is you do the changeover on the stage. We'll end this event, and Richter will begin his warehouse set event shortly. So yeah, thanks for coming today, guys. I hope you all got a lot of value out of that, and see you at the next one.
Yeah, definitely. I'll be at the next. So yeah, guys, join us tomorrow night if you're around, free. Keep the banter going in banter. If you've got something to say, go and tune into Richter. He's going to drop some bangers, and I'm going to put some real pressure on him and that, and keep tagging him. God, can you play this for me, mate? You got that for me, mate? Oh, you got that, have you? Got anything I like? Yeah, I'm going to be
because he asked me 12 times to MC. I'm
going to come and give you some DJ fan pressure while you're playing. Yeah, I'll be typing loads of messages at you. Yeah.
Yeah.
You couldn't mix
Get up on stage.
You couldn't mix a cake. DJ Pots and Pans.
I'll block you.
Sounds like the start of the Grand National. No, I won't. That's enough pressure for me. All right, people. I'm going to go and eat something for a fade away. Have a good night. I'll see you in banter for a bit of a laugh soon.
Good night.
I'm out like
Thanks, everyone.
I'm out like flares.
Here you go.
Take it easy.